Super fast intro. We are going to make a vacation home for Audie. It is going to be tropical island themed, and we're going to talk about my tropical island vacation that I went on, which inspired this build. Voila. This is the perfect location. We're going to have to go in, finish, leave, and then come back. That way we can do our own theme. She's going to get 2 floors, but I think the upstairs is going to be like a teeny tiny bedroom, just like a little micro room up there. I think we should start with the bedroom. What if we just did like just enough space for a bed and clothes, like I did with Coco and Hippo's house? Because I really liked how that teeny tiny bedroom turned out. Let's see. We are going to stick with an extremely tropical vacation mode type theme. I am so inspired after my trip to the island of Roatan. I am so grateful that I was able to go on this trip. It was so magical, so special. This was my first time ever out of the country, and to say I was nervous was an understatement. I was kind of freaking out. I'm not someone who has done a ton of traveling by any means. I've been a couple places, but out of the country, never. I was so inspired by just the beauty of the island and how wonderful my vacation was, though, that I was like, you know what? I'm back home. I'm starting to really miss it. I'm rested up. Let's do something vacation-y and island themed, which is why we're doing this Animal Crossing build. I also figured that my vacation would give me something interesting to talk about during this build as well, so yeah. I took tons of pictures on this vacation, and I didn't even get pictures of like a lot of the main stuff that we were doing, snorkeling and whatnot, because I was just like, no, I am not sitting around taking pictures. I am like looking at the things around me, I'm watching what I'm doing, and I'm really glad I ended up doing it that way. I think that I was just very present the whole time. I was not on my phone like at all. Mostly when I was taking pictures, I was up really early by myself, or I was at a restaurant eating and waiting for my food. The food on this trip was to die for. Some of the best things that I ate were, Honduran tacos. I had never had Honduran tacos before, and let me tell you, they are rad. One of my other favorite meals had to have been this shrimp gnocchi, like roasted tomato dish that I ate. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I had to get ferried across a little bit of water to go to that restaurant. And it was just like so random and so weird and so fun because it was like just one dock to the other. Like I could see the other side and could have like jumped there if I was a better athlete, maybe. Probably not, but you get the picture. Spitting distance. So the food, fabulous. I'm sure I've thrown up a few pictures of the food. The snorkeling, my new favorite thing ever. All I want to do all day long is snorkel all the time now. That was phenomenal. My future mother-in-law actually planned this trip out, and she, bless her so much. She planned this kind of in between 2 cruises. She planned this at the ideal time for there to be almost no one around. We went to the little French Key. I'm sure I have pictures of that. On the island itself, on the beach that we stayed at. Like, there were times where it was just so empty, I genuinely felt like I was in Animal Crossing, like I had moved to a deserted island. I spent a ton of time in the water. It was amazing. Cannot recommend being in the water more. I am big into swimming. I'm a swimming lady. The flying was a bit rough for me. I don't fly frequently, but it was fine. I survived it. And the UV there is really dangerous. You really have to cover up, wear good sunscreen, and reapply. I was very fortunate that I did not get sunburnt. I got a tiny burn on my back where I missed a spot whenever I was snorkeling because, you know, your backside is facing up out of the water. But other than that, I was completely fine, which I am so grateful for because I am ghostly white. I'm also kind of a loser and I get heat rash really badly. So I actually carried around my UV umbrella and there was no shame in my game, honestly. I was just walking around with that thing like, yep, I can't be getting burnt. So I carried that around and it really saved me a ton from having to put on so much sunscreen and just from getting burnt. While I was snorkeling, I got to see a king crab and I really love crabs. I think they're so fun. I got to see some cute little kind of hermit crab guys whenever I was at the Little French Key. I also got to try a new drink that I've never had before called the Monkey Lala. That thing was delicious. That was great. This needs to face the other way. I was supposed to be doing like the quickest upstairs ever, and here I am fiddling with things that don't matter. Come on, Jill. Get it together. All right, this bedroom was supposed to be really quick and simple. It was supposed to kind of look like the room that I stayed in on my trip, honestly. It kind of looked a lot like this. But regardless, here is the bedroom. Actually, I forgot one very crucial thing. Let me throw some house slippers in there. There we go. Now that's the bedroom. Small detail, but important. Downstairs is the real area that I was excited for because this is where I want to put kind of a spa area. Like she's staying at a really fancy resort, but also it's in her room. Like it's a mini private spa and this is like part of her room still. I know, I have a very specific vision. I really liked using this flooring upstairs, but I want to go for a little bit more of a teal, a little more green in the color than this because I kind of like her pineapple dress. So let's go for this flooring down here. And I can't go too crazy on the walls. I don't want the prints to clash. Is this too much? I don't know. I kind of think it looks like a spa. I kind of think it's perfect. If it's too much later, we can always change it. I do have a few very specific items in mind that I want to use, so let me get those thrown in here. They're kind of bigger items too, so we can start anchoring the space. I'm throwing some exercise stuff in here. Whenever I think of a tropical spa, I don't know, I think of getting on the bike, doing some hot yoga. I don't know. Maybe this is a me thing, but all right. I threw some of the big items in here that I knew that I wanted. And I don't know, this bathtub just really blends in with everything. I wonder if I need to put down like a stone floor situation. Let me see. I want there to be a lot of natural wood, but I don't want it to look too wood on wood on wood, too samey. I don't know. Does that look normal? Maybe if this is turned around so it's actually touching where that ends. Then the bath area feels really small though. But I mean, what are you doing in the bath area? Taking a bath? Duh, Jill, very insightful, thank you. So far, I'm kind of feeling little bath space over here, kind of a workout area here. This is obviously like a place to eat and whip out your laptop if you have to check a few emails while you're on vacation. And over here, maybe just some kind of lounge, a nice like seating area to read and such. Let's start pulling furniture for this lounge area. I really like the rattan furniture. That screams like tropical hotel to me. If we put these here, we can put books and entertainment over here, and then a TV on the wall above this thing. That way you can watch TV while you're sitting here and working and eating, or if you're over here. Is my game struggling? Or is my OBS struggling? My goodness, something was struggling for a moment. Maybe I'm just struggling. You know what's making it look like crap in here? It is the lighting. It's so bright in here. You do not have the lights on this bright when you're on vacation. There we go. And I'll put some lights on the ceiling for some mood lighting. Maybe we should turn the light all the way off and only have mood lighting. Is it barely any different? All right, let's throw some stuff on these shelves. Books are a definite must. Let's give her a laptop. I know she's on vacation, but you know, when you're on vacation, you've got that rogue email you gotta check once in a while. We should definitely give her a camera so she can take amazing photos. We'll throw that over here. We'll throw the Shell speaker over here. I wish I could go underneath so badly. These mom's candles are kind of a must. It's pretty much illegal for me to not put these ones in here. I really need books. That's what I was supposed to be finding, was books. Aha, there we go. Perfect. I love that. And I think I would love a little fruit bagel or something to go on the table. Like she's having a nice little lunch on the island. One of my neighbors is sanding his table outside, right outside my window. One of my neighbors is mowing. Every loud truck in the world keeps blasting by my house, and my dying Neopet keeps yelling at me. There's a cacophony of noises in this home. A seafood pizza, that could be perfect. Or, oh, grilled sea bass. Actually, we had some grilled sea bass on this trip. That was amazing. Ooh, does that? I don't know if that's very cute though. Maybe we want something a little more cute. Cute food. Yeah, let's just go with my first idea of a mixed fruit sandwich, which I don't know how good a bunch of fruit on a bagel would be. I don't know. Maybe I am just not enlightened to the ways of the bagel. I don't know. We might need a little rug under the lounge area. What if we just threw a few Nook Inc. items in here and this is like a Nook package getaway? More slippers, that's a must. Put those puppies here so she can get out of the bath and get right into them. Perfect. This thing might have to go. I like the sauna thing, but I weirdly feel like it's taking up a weird amount of space. Maybe the floor is too much. I said we would come back to the floor if I was worried it's too much. Why is choosing the floor always the hardest part for me? What is wrong with my brain? Okay, I give up. I'm going with this flooring. I think having nothing on the walls is making it look really poo. Ooh, maybe we could throw some copper tones in here. This is the main thing that I was looking for. This will be perfect. Oh good, and the towels on the copper one are white. Coconut planter, well that's just a must. Oh, I wanted to put this up. I might have put one of these up upstairs already, but it's fine. She's really representing. She's really excited about Nook Inc. vacation homes. Audie also seems like she would be an extreme social butterfly, so let's go get some pictures, like villager photos. Who would she be friends with? Oh, Cleo for sure. Her picture is very islandy. Azalea. I think those two might be roommates actually on this island. Already. I was about to say I'm nervous about putting this macrame above the candles, and then I was like, oh, this is a video game, Jill, you're fine. Oh my goodness me. And I've got to put some of these fans on the walls. They just make it. They're just the right touch. I want to put this one over by the bath. Like, it's there for her if she gets too hot in the bath, she can fan herself. We gotta put one more thing down here, otherwise it looks too balanced. Just pretend this fan is like a little higher, okay? Pretend for me. Oh, we need a robe on the wall, duh. But whenever I think fancy hotel, I instantly think robe. Is there no room for it to go there? Grrr. This little intercom thing is perfect. Maybe she can use it to call room service or change the AC. Oh, I wanted to put a TV here, didn't I? Just a small TV. She is enjoying the outdoors. She is working out, working on her. She's not really spending time watching TV. How have I not put one of these in here yet? And how have I not put one of these floral swags in here yet? I'm addicted to these. Here's what the walls are looking like. I think it did look weirdly empty with nothing on the walls. And the ceiling stuff is really going to tie everything together too. We should have a ceiling fan because, you know, tropical island, it's hot. You're on vacation. Maybe over here? I was about ready to say I don't want it to look too cluttered, and then I was like, nah, that's a lie. You do want it to look cluttered. I love this little seagull so much upstairs. I think I'm gonna throw him down here too. I was worried there for a minute. I was like, ooh, this isn't looking right. Is this just a failed attempt? Should I just scrap this and retry? But now that I'm getting stuff on the walls and the ceiling, like always, I'm liking it so much more. Here is what I have so far. I think we definitely need a mat to welcome you in, and I'm having feelings about the lounge area, and they're not great feelings. It might just be the rug. All right, I think I'm gonna do some micro fiddling off camera and then we'll come back for the full reveal and we'll do the outside. Here we are, totally finished inside. I didn't change too many things. I added her a little gyroid friend because I didn't want her to be all alone and threw a few shells around. But other than that, I didn't change too much. I'm pretty darn happy with this. It looks like a hotel-ish, but it also looks like she is here often and it's like really lived in. I really, really like how it turned out. Very lived in, very cluttered, but everything that's here is here for a reason. I'm actually super excited for the outside portion. Normally that's not my main thing. Whenever I do these vacation homes, I kind of like forget that the outside even needs to be done. But this go around, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for it. I know for sure I want to have one of those floaties, the bird ones, the flamingo ones. Wow, Jill. Coconut drink is a must. This is a total side note, but when I was on the island, a man came up in a boat full of coconuts and pineapples, and he was just like hacking off the tops, chopping up the inside of the pineapple, and was just like, you know, you pay for it, he hands it to you, shoves a straw in it, maybe a fork if you're buying a pineapple, and it was one of the best things I've ever eaten. I got a pineapple and a coconut, and the guy was super nice, and it was so fun to watch him like hack away at the top of the coconut. That looks way harder than I thought it would be. I don't know why I was just like, oh yeah, you can get into a coconut decently. No, you can't. I've been yakking instead of looking. I'm trying to find a little swing set or bench or something to put out here. Let me see. She needs somewhere to lounge, but I also kind of envision her having friends and family over to hang out frequently. I swear, I can't make any of these builds without adding way too much lore. I don't know what's wrong with me. A couple towels on the beach together could be really cute. This seashell one. And let's do a second one because she's hanging out with the girls. Wearing sunscreen though. She's responsible. Maybe we could even come back and add in a second character. That could be really cute because I feel like I've put out 2 towels and 2 rattan chairs inside, and there's 2 little seats at the eating place. Maybe she needs to share this vacation home with someone. I actually have a buttload of amiibos, so if you think of someone who could be a good roommate for her, let me know, and maybe I'll throw them in here too. I've been looking into building a bit of a quiet booth for me to record videos in because I feel like I live on such a high traffic area and my house is really, really old. She's not exactly soundproof and the like. Let's put out a little grill. Yes! On the beach. She's grilling on the beach. Oh, I was supposed to be getting a little side table. Instead I got sidetracked, feel me? All right, I got really distracted and really hyper-focused working on this, but look how beautiful the outside came out. I love this. This is exactly what I was envisioning. I wanted something that felt really lived in, very tropical, resort-esque, but also like maybe you live there, you know? Like you live at a resort a little bit. Ah, yes, here's the final reveal of the outside. So nice. I think we should go back inside to do the final reveal to Audie herself. Oh, she looks so peaceful. Audie? Audie, your house is done. Oh, I feel so bad about waking her up. Ooh, it looks a little bit like, not like spooky, but just like dark atmospheric in here. Like maybe it's raining outside and there's like a light storm. Oh, let's pick a new name. The original name was DJ Party Zone because that's what she asked for. Let's call this Roatan Ready because we're ready to go back to Roatan. It does scream Vacation Palace. Thank you, Audie. Oh, and now I'll be quiet. No, I won't. That's a lie. I need to get a good photo of this because I forgot to before. Anytime the room dividers are here, you get some weird angles where you're just like, I can't see what's going on. Cute. What is this angle? And the plant again. Wow. That is going to be it for this video. I love how everything turned out. It was exactly how I was envisioning it. Thank you so much for letting me chat about my trip to Roatan. Honestly, I could chat so much more about it. So if anybody is interested in me making a video on it or a short on it or just sharing more about it, my experiences there, maybe you're planning on traveling there, I don't know. Feel free, let me know, and have a great day. Bye.